Hey guys, this is ASHUTOSH presenting before you assignment 5. So the first question is, what is the difference between Angular and AngularJS? So basically Angular and AngularJS, these both are basically framework. And what is a framework? Framework is basically a structure which is used to develop an application or software. So let's see the differences between Angular and AngularJS. So the first difference is that Angular is basically built upon, or it is built using TypeScript, basically which is a subset of JavaScript, and AngularJS is built using JavaScript. Angular supports mobile browsers, whereas AngularJS does not support mobile browser. Angular is the structure of Angular is simple. Because of that, it is easy to manage and develop application, whereas it is difficult to manage and develop application using AngularJS. So the second question, what is the difference between Angular and Reactjs? So Angular is basically MVC framework which is written in JavaScript, whereas Reactjs is basically a JavaScript library. Angular is developed by Google, whereas Reactjs is developed by Facebook. To test a project in Angular, we just need a single tool, and we can test the complete project. Whereas in Reactjs, we need to have a set of tools. We need to have a set of tools to perform the testing. And Angular is basically difficult to understand or learn for beginners, whereas Reactjs is easy for to learn for beginners as well. Some of the companies which are using Angular are Google, Nike, etc. And some of the companies which are using Reactjs are Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and much more. So the third question, list out 5 mobile app frameworks. So some of the mobile app frameworks are Flutter, Swiftpick, Apache, Cordova, Corona, SDX, Intel XPS, and much more. So basically, these are some of the mobile app frameworks. And Flutter is an free open framework from Google, which allows us to develop native iOS and Android applications. So the fourth question is, how do we decide what backend technology we should use in our project? So basically, there are many backend technologies which we can use. So some of them are Java. So Java is very popular language from the last 20 years because it is very versatile, and many of the large applications are being developed using Java. So example of the company using Java are Uber, and also there are languages like Python. So Python is basically easy to understand, and it is quite easy to and simple to understand. So some companies using Python are Quora, and again PHP. PHP is basically simple and powerful, and it is great for those who are just starting. And the company is using our Facebook, Yahoo, and much more. And similarly, we have JavaScript. JavaScript is basically also easy to understand, and anyone can do programming using just simple browser. And also JavaScript together with HTML and CSS performs very well for web development as well. And similarly, we have many other applications like Node.js and C#, C, and many more. So by keeping these things in mind, we should know about every backend technologies. And by keeping these things in mind, basically our focus should be on the speed, reliability, scalability of the software. So we should, while developing a software, the backend technology which we should use in our project should match with the requirement of the company, and we should just not go with the flow of the industry, that what is the industrial trends, and we should not follow that. We should go with the company requirements, and according to the requirements, whichever the technology or whichever the software or whichever the programming language is necessary, accordingly we can just use that. So our last question is, how do we decide what kind of database we should use in our project? So basically, databases are of two types. One is the relational database and the other one is non-relational database. So if our project is a structured one, like it is a banking system, or it is something related to the railway, or something which is where a large number of calculations are required, or our data is consistent. So there we can use relational database, where we can find relation between one table and to another table using the foreign key. And where we are new, and where we just want to store data, and there is no consistency in data, and the data is unstructured and it is every day increasing. So for that type of project, you can just go for non-relational database. So that's all about my assignment 5. Thank you so much.